Tron hit us with the intro.
Welcome to the podcast, ladies and
Jesus
gentlemen.
Christ.
That works, yeah.
No, it don't.
It is your host today, Jerron the Don, here with his two co-hosts, Brandon the White and Isaiah the Thought.
Brandon the White.
So like Game of Thrones, Brandon the White, first of his name. Yeah, we don't know what to call this podcast at all.
Oh, that was a real intro. We're going with it.
Oh yeah.
So
we're back.
Now that we're back, I got a story. So I had a teacher, a chorus teacher in high school, that got caught with a cabinet full of girls' pee.
What?
I have a few questions.
Yeah. Break down.
How did he acquire?
He bought it from girls in my class.
Right.
And what happened was he claimed it was so he could pass drug tests. He said, I'd smoke weed and I want to pass a drug test at school. Well, he had 15 jars of high school girl pee, so...
You don't need that much pee.
Jars? Like when we say jars, are we talking about peanut butter jars?
Mason jars, tall glass of Appalachia moonshine.
What? So
Did he have them labeled like this is Jessica?
He said, that's Jessica.
Jessica.
That's Rebecca. That's the special one right there. That's the special sauce.
Did he keep it for a long time so it aged like wine? He
You
don't
know what?
know.
I don't know. He got caught, and that was a swift exit from the school.
You don't say.
Did he go to jail? Did he go to
My principal also got caught dating students and doing stuff with them. He actually had a video of him and a student in bed, apparently. The investigation never found that video, but he went to jail for that.
You don't say.
I survived. A lot of...
This is my story.
The principal was into boys. The chorus teacher was into girls' pee. It was American school is a safe place, you know. It was rough. It's not as funny as I thought it was going to be.
That just sounds traumatizing. So this is going to be funny. Are you okay?
It was not.
Just had a school full of predators.
Let's
Pretty much.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of things that happened in the classroom, so
Yeah.
we all met each other. Well, me and Isaiah are cousins. We've known each other forever, but we pretty much got to know Brandon because we were all in the same African American history class. And there was a white woman in the class. No offense to white women out there, but there's a white woman in the class who lost her mind and snapped on the entire class.
So this class, right?
Yeah.
We had literally a single piece of homework from the time we started class to the end of the semester. And it wasn't a big project. It was supposed to be, and then he realized that no one was going to do it. And so all we had to do was interview someone from the local community that was important to our local Black history and write 1,500 words about them. That's like the easiest thing in the world. Right. And nobody was doing it. I hadn't done it.
Slacking.
Most people hadn't even met the person they were supposed to interview near the end of the school year. And when the teacher brought it up that hey guys, I noticed no one's talked to the person they're supposed to be interviewing yet. Like, let's talk about this, and we gotta hurry it up because we do have your only homework thing for the entire semester coming up, you know. And so he's like, we gotta put some real due dates on this, I see. And she thought he was basically soloing her out because she apparently thought that she was the only one that didn't do it, even though 95% of the class hadn't done shit. And yeah, you want to describe it? She kind of just exploded.
So what happened was that we found out later was that she went to go talk to him at the beginning of class to explain why she hadn't done anything, and he was like, basically, I'm not trying to hear any excuses because all of us hadn't done anything, so he wasn't hearing excuses from nobody. So, but she felt like because of that, he was singling her out, and then she goes, okay, so before I say this part, there was 3 white people in that class. Brandon obviously was one of them. She was the second one, and there was this kid who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
Okay, this other kid. And Brandon sat next to me, and the angle she was sitting at, you couldn't really see Brandon behind me, right? So she goes on a little rant, like, I feel like it's unfair that you're singling me out because I tried. I told you that I tried. And the whole time, the faces that they're making, that's how it was. We're all looking at each other like, oh, here's the thing.
She was screaming.
Yes.
Top
And here's the thing, right? We're assholes. Okay. We're not saying when you cry we're gonna laugh. But when it's something like that, if you're crying, we have no sympathy because all of us were getting yelled at for the same thing. So why are you crying? So anyway, she goes. I just feel singled out because I'm one of only 2 white people in the whole classroom. Right. And Brandon, who's sitting next to me, leans in and whispers in my ear, "Am I not white anymore?" Lost my shit. Lost my fucking mind. It was so hard. And then Isaiah was sitting in front of me. Isaiah spins around, had these easy chairs like these right now. He turns around, looks at me dead in the eye. And we lost our shit, bro.
Whenever like somebody's getting on blast or whatever, or there's something serious happening, dude, the eye contact it sends you over. It's so hard to hold it.
It is the funniest thing.
We were on gun watch. We thought she was going to show back up.
Oh yeah, so
she's about to shoot up the class today. Today.
Security at the school was like, legit worried that she was going to come and do something.
Yeah, apparently she also blew up in the library later or something that made her freak out.
She had 2 outbursts?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know about the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what made him scared of her. But so it was interesting. We survived though. We survived.
She didn't shoot up the class. Here we are.
She didn't show back up either. She just never came after that. She was too embarrassed.
I want to tell a part that I usually omit from the story, but I think it's funny.
Okay.
Afterwards, we were hanging out and we're telling our friends that weren't in the class about what happened. And Isaiah goes, "Dang, that's crazy. She had a big ass too." And then I saw her walking one day, right? And I was like, well, Isaiah know what game it is. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin. I trust his word. Let me give it a scope. Let me recon. You know what I'm saying? So I looked. It looked like when you try to re-roll your sleeping bag back in the original packaging, and you can't do it the right way. So it's like
big and nice are 2 different things. Big and nice are 2 different things. In my defense, I said big. I didn't say nice.
He didn't say shapely.
Like I said, she had which she did. She had a very wide ass, but it was not nice. It was not built correctly, but it was big.
But you're gonna fumble the bag. Speaking of bag fumbles, tell you the worst story I have fumbling the bag with a girl. Isaiah knows this story.
I do.
I don't. I'm interested to hear.
It's gonna be a good.
It was a dark and stormy. I was in 10th grade, sophomore year of high school, and there was this girl in my math class. I had a crush on her for the longest time, right? All my friends knew. It was one of those, right? And I had it planned out in my head how I was gonna ask her out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I turned 16 in a couple months. I'm like, I'm gonna get my car, invite her out to a day, this, that, and the third, right? So we're in class one day, and we're just talking, right? Everybody's doing shit, and she's showing me like some stuff she had done to her room. And she had like added like lights and stuff. It looks like a TikToker's room now, but back then it was cool, right?
Brand new back then.
Yeah. So she was like, I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's straight. And she's like, yeah, all I need now is someone to cuddle with. Do you want to? And
wait for the follow up.
Listen. I had like a little anxiety attack in that second because like. My whole plan she fucked up my whole flow.
She gave it to you.
No,
anyway,
let me finish the story. Let me finish my story.
Finish.
And it was like, yes, I want. Literally in my head, I'm like, yes, I want to, but I couldn't. Like, And I got so nervous. No. I got so nervous. I said no.
Handed on a platter. He said no. The girl he had a crush on said, "Do you want to cuddle?" He was like, no. What?
I was stuttering for too long.
No, thank you.
No, look. Here's the thing, right? I said, before I said no.
Rose screamed into the pillow for weeks.
He's still screaming.
Before I said no, I was like, don't say no. As I was saying no, I was like, why am I saying no? And then after I said no, I'm like, why did I say that? It is so, she's like, oh yeah, I understand. God. She's like, oh yeah, I understand. You just see me as a friend. And I was like, I just kept stuttering after that. I was like, and so then I was like, I went home that day and I was like, what is wrong with me? So then a couple days later, I'm like, let's rerun this back. And I tried to talk to her again, but she thought I was asking her out because I felt sorry for her. And I was like, no. So not only did I fumble the bag was handed to me. It was everything I wanted. I flung that shit across the room.
Gift wrap. It was on a platter with the little bow and everything.
Hold on. Let's reenact it. Hand me that.
Gone. Oh shit. Gone. Sent that. God.
I don't even know how to comment on that.
That's the biggest fumble in history.
Yeah, no, that's.
It doesn't. She literally.
Isaiah, you don't think I know this? God. I was 15, okay? I was a kid and I had really bad social anxiety.
Oh, Lord, I'm sorry, man. That's tragic.
The worst. That's still not the worst story I ever had in school. Let's keep going. Oh, we're going down the Jerron rabbit hole.
Okay.
So, everybody in TBT, well, not everybody, but I'd say about 90%, will tell you that I'm a bully.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody. The non-90% is just him.
Yeah, so 90. Anyway. So I wasn't always like this. I was once a young, chipper lad. But in 7th grade, I went to a school in Greensboro, and that all changed. Mm-hmm. We were on a field trip one day, right, going to like some science museum. And there was this girl, Tanya, who I was like, hey, I'm kind of feeling her. I'm thinking she's feeling me. I'm going to, pop the question, which is a way bigger deal in 7th grade. You got to work up all your confidence. Right. So she sat next to me on the bus, which I'm like, oh, I'm in there, right? So as I'm talking to her, this kid, this fucker, whose name was Brandon, by the way, turns around like he's in the seat in front of us. This motherfucker goes, hold on. He goes, you trying to ask out Tanya? Yells it in front of the entire bus, right?
Yo.
They clowned me for 15 minutes. And that's not the end. They proceeded to play a game. Would you rather date this person or this person? Would you rather date this person or Jerron? Every girl on the bus said, I would rather date the other person than Jerron. Every girl. And they're just laughing. And I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, it hurts on the inside, but you cannot cry. Because then they're going to clown you for crying. So they're like, sorry, Jerron. I'm like,
it's supposed to be funny, but
this became trauma.
It turned into a trauma dump.
He said, you know what? We're going to talk about pedophile teachers and getting bullied on the bus. Let's throw it out there. Oh my God. Keep going.
One girl said,
What did she say?
Huh?
What did she say?
She said, I think I'd rather just be alone. Than be with Jerron.
My man's laughing out there.
That's not It's not.
Oh, bro, no. It was like, niggas was laughing. You see how hard Isaiah's laughing? Everybody was laughing that hard. And it's like, what do you do in that situation? You just gotta laugh with it. Because that's the only way you're not gonna get flamed.
Get off the next stop of the bus.
I was on a field trip, Brandon. I didn't know where I was. I couldn't get off. There was no stops. It was a city bus. Anyway. Yeah. So then after that, I was like, well, because before it would be like physical bullying, right? So it's like
nobody could physically bully.
Well, that's what I say. If someone put their hands on me, I can handle myself. But emotional bullying, I'm like, wait a second, I can't beat everybody's ass for laughing at me. So then I had to learn. You had to learn how to roast better. You just had to get better, and that's why I am how I am today.
That's why we're giant assholes.
Oh yeah, because Brandon. Brandon is like at least 4 years older than the rest of us. He was like this when we met him. We just gave him an environment where he felt comfortable showing that side.
Yeah, I was I've always been an asshole. I think I was a nice boy growing up, and then like after high school, like I just let it out.
Brandon
just don't care.
Used to make bombs. That's what nice boys do?
Yeah. Sure.
No, they don't.
Bro, it's okay, bombs is a stretch.
You said it. This is a quote from you.
Small explosives is a preferred term.
So a grenade.
No.
What is it? What else is it? What else is it? What else could it be?
Dude, it's like it's just kids messing around. You know, we'd take like the fireworks and we just like scrape out the engines into a powder, and then we put it between two like clay pigeons that kind of like little orange discs you toss up and shoot, and we duct tape it with a little bit of fuse coming out and just light it and chuck it.
I like how now you're trying to say it's a stretch that they were bombs. But when we had the confessions videos, you literally wrote it down. Nobody told you to write it down like this. You wrote it down as bombs.
I didn't even write that confession.
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that.
Everybody wrote their own confessions.
I'll plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
I'll plead the fifth.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
We already know who this is. I built bombs out of firework engines and clay pigeons.
Show it up.
Brandon, why was you building bombs out of fireworks?
Because I grew up in bumfuck nowhere. That's what you do.
Not at
You
all.
keep saying this,
Not at
but
all.
me and Isaiah both grew up in
country.
Yeah, I may not stop one damn not one.
I grew up out there.
No, you grew up in the country club.
I
grew up in the country.
know.
Difference.
I was across the street from the winery.
I was building Lego Star Wars sets. I was not making no
Well, I was just having more fun than you. Sorry.
fun.
I was playing
Hey.
W2 in the lobbies.
So white folks is terrorists?
Mostly.
Oh.
Come first. Come first.
It's a government. Don't listen.
This is all hypothetical.
My FBI agent hates me.
God, yes. God, yes. The outrageous stuff. I know your FBI agent does backflips on a daily. So what did he say today? What I gotta write down? God.
They said,
Man,
what's the report on Triple B?
my file has to be ridiculous. Like terabytes.
Thick.
Terabytes of text files.
They're like, yeah, today he kicked 3 homeless children.
With a smile on his face.
Let's talk about it. Brendan hates homeless people.
Must have been a light day.
God. Oh my God. Okay, all right. That's not making it. That's not making it at all. That's not making it.
Now we'll conclude the TBT podcast.
It would have.
No, fine. Anyway, Brandon he has this weird thing where he just has this terrible disdain for homeless people. And at first I thought it was a joke, but he kept saying it to the point where it's like, he's not kidding, because no one said anything about homeless people. He's just volunteering this information.
He's serious.
Dead ass serious.
You know?
No,
No,
I don't know.
That's why we're confused.
Well,
We don't know.
I was in Cali
Yeah.
back in my good old Marion Crops days. And we were out bar hopping, just having a blast, you know, friends. And we go to Subway. And there was like a homeless man sleeping on the window outside. So we go into Subway, and I feel bad. So I got him a foot long sub, whatever, and brought it out to him. When we left, I left him the sub. I was like, here you go. Well, you know, nice gesture. Here's some food, you fucking bum. And he,
Is that what you said to him?
no, obviously, I would now. But I gave him this sub, and he said, where's my drink? And I said, what? And he said, where's my drink? I said, get your own fucking drink, dude. Like, what the hell? And he got up and walked with me. My buddies are like bristling up, and he was like, oh, he like walked away. And I was like, dude, you ruined it. You ruined it. If you ever somehow have access to technology, you homeless fucking freak, yeah, you ruined it for the rest of them. I throw pennies at them when I pass by on the road, all right? I fucking.
I just picture it's like SpongeBob when he finally delivered that pizza to the dude. He's like, my diet Dr. Kelp? How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink?
No, dude, I was like, yeah.
Except Brandon didn't
He
cry.
has ruined
He
it
just-
for all of them. I no longer have sympathy for the homeless. So they can find him and jump him, and then I'll feel better about him. But
Find him.
until then,
Find him where? You don't have an address.
I just jump all of them in San Diego, and you're good.
The views of Brandon do not reflect TBT as a whole.
God dang it, Brandon.
If you see a homeless person, please do not jump them. Please.
But you can throw pennies.
No.
It helps them.
What can you buy with a penny?
The welts aren't that big. Like
This podcast was a mistake.
we get darker and darker. What's a light topic? What's a good one?
let's bring it back up.
Let's bring it up.
Let's talk about the sleepover story. Like, you have any weird sleepover stories? Like, you ever slept over someone's house and they did something weird?
I mean, the weirdest one I have is just like, I got left. I was one of those like left behind at the birthday party kids where I had no pillow and no blanket, just trying to survive on a hardwood floor, like all night, just.
Wake up with a table.
Yeah.
You have a pillow cover. It's just different pillows. Like down your side. The worst sleepover story I have. Isaiah knows the story very well. I've told it a lot of times over the years. We used to go on this like men and boys retreat for the church that one of our family members belongs to. Isaiah didn't go on this trip this year, right? But so we all slept out like in the hallway of this big like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like a big like gym, you know what I mean? And we all slept out in the hallway. What are you? You gonna slap my tattoo?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so
Fresh.
So we're all sleeping there. It's like the first night, right? And we hear, what the fuck? What's going on? Because this kid was watching porn on his... This was a Christian retreat, by the way. This motherfucker was sitting in the hallway. He was watching porn on his phone, and his headphones came unplugged. So everybody heard the sound. And the dudes he was sitting next to was like, you need to move the fuck away, right? And so he spent the next 30 minutes. Keep on, this hallway is full because like the gym was also full. Like we spilled out into the hallway. That's how many people were at this retreat. So he's walking around for like 30 minutes trying to find a place. And while he's walking around, I fall asleep, right? Because I'm like, we all laugh and I fall asleep. I wake up to someone tugging on the corner of my sleeping bag. And I open my eyes. I'm like this. I open my eyes, face to face, right here. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like trying to scrunch up my sleeping bag into a pillow. And he's like, bro, can you share? I didn't bring a pillow.
Absolutely not.
I almost called a hit on that man.
Absolutely not. What?
I almost called a hit on
Let's
that
talk
man.
about what level of horny you have to be to sit here in a room full of guys and be like, I can sneak one in. I can.
You know what's
get one
crazy?
in here.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? There were bathrooms 2 feet away. There were stalls. He couldn't wait.
Nah, he would have been pitching a tent. He said, I can't get up right now. Dude, what,
Bro.
What level? How bad is it? Do you not rub it out at home? How bad does it have to be
The retreat was 2 days.
for you to be like,
He couldn't-
2 days too much.
You couldn't hold out for 2 days, bro.
God.
You know, at the end, we're all leaving. You know, it's like we're going back to our houses and stuff. We're like, all the people we met. Oh, nice to meet you. Dap up. We're all cool, right? That man tried to shake my hand. I almost punched him in his fucking face. I said, he's like, have a good one. I said,
Get
Get
your
out my
fucking cum
face.
fingers away from me.
okay, out of us three, right? Who do you think would survive the longest in a zombie apocalypse? Brandon?
I gotta go with me.
He has the most survival training.
He can't
gotta
jump.
support my one day. You don't need to jump.
He ain't got his kneecaps. is
He
brittle.
has
I
the
don't have
most.
kneecaps.
What if the zombies can run?
Then he's fucked.
What if it's the Last of Us zombies? No spores, like the TV show. No spores.
Like the TV? I feel like he can survive that.
I feel like I'd be a survivor.
If it's like World War Z zombies, no, he's fucked.
Not all of
But-
us are fucked if it's World War Z.
Yeah.
They climbed everything. They got through every defense they had. They got through.
You gotta be a main character to survive that.
Yeah. I feel
I'm
like
gonna say it depends on what kind of zombies we're talking about.
it really depends on what kind of zombies, but also like
If it's Walking Dead,
I'll say this:
Easy.
I say
zombie
all of us
apocalypse
are good.
starts. What's the first 2 places you go? What's your first 2
It
places?
depends on where we. Let's like from right
Right
here,
now at
From
school.
right
Where
now.
are you going from right here? Power cuts. Things are going crazy. Zombies. Where are you going to? 2 places. Or first 2 places.
The first 2 places, the Academy Sports, right down the road.
It's a good
Because
one.
there's a bunch of survivalist shit right there.
Yeah.
There's guns. There's probably gonna be people there also, but I feel like if it just happened right now, society hasn't completely collapsed yet, so there's still some law and order. But I know what's happening, so I'm just gonna get prepared as soon as possible, and I'm grabbing at least a couple guns and some melee and some sharpeners because
But
people
yeah.
don't get sharpeners, but I feel like if you're in a zombie apocalypse
You gonna need
and
that.
they're getting close to you, you don't want your blade to get fucking dull. You need to keep that bitch pristine for as long as possible. Then I'm hitting up the Lowe's that I work at. Because them
Yeah.
motherfuckers know me, and I'm like, hey, look, shut this shit down. If you don't work here,
So this
Get the
isn't.
fuck out.
By the way, this isn't a like we have a heads up. This is like zombies hit the school. Everywhere's pandemonium.
yeah.
So it ain't gonna be like you can go shop real quick.
Well, see, here's the thing.
If it's
If it hits us right now, I imagine us as friends, we'd stick together. And I feel like us 3 can get through, like, a moderate crowd of zombies.
I think we can do decent.
Because,
We're
like,
big boys.
because we're strong. And, like, if we're just stomping in heads, we can make it through at least
Yeah.
25 zombies.
I
At least.
feel confident on that. I feel
Yeah.
like we can take a couple.
If we're just trying to get down the road, like, just going along, like, this
I
main
mean, I
road.
drive a Mustang, so like hitting human bodies is what it was built for. You know what I mean?
Remember I said
wow.
we want to keep it lighter? It's like a guy who's not bitten at all. Hey!
Sorry, I got to set
He's
to
dead
humans.
Got it set to.
To humans. The real Sting heart came out. You know.
Yeah. But you probably just get a place that you can bunker down in immediately. Like, because you're not.
I'm going to the library. Second, not first. First stop would be to arm, obviously. And that depends on what it will be, but I feel like securing armor of some sort of way is almost more important than securing weapons, because like the zombies' main weapons like bite, and like yeah, with your limiter off, whatever, humans can bite pretty freaking hard. But like, just several thick denim coats is gonna make it impossible to bite you. Some really good cowhide, like welder's gloves, some like.
Well, then why would you go to the library for stuff like that? Why would you
The
not go
library would be the second thing I go to, because in
Where's
a
the first
survival situation where the world's gone to shit, you can't rely on the internet to give you everything. So you can get all the knowledge you can get. You grab a encyclopedia, so you get like the whole snapshot of what the world used to be, and then you get every survival book you can find.
Google before Google.
Yeah, there is no Google. I'm old enough we had to do school projects at libraries, so.
But if okay,
Age on that one.
We had to have book references.
back in my day, the bus fare cost a nickel. Okay, well that begs the question: is it in this scenario? Are we doing like the zombies can run, or is it like Walking Dead
Hell
and
no.
they just walk?
I can't run.
Running zombies, there's no point in.
There's nobody's winning. I don't care how if you're not like
Well, Left
on
4
an
Dead.
island base somewhere, you're just fucked. Like you ain't doing it.
What if we're like in the Left 4 Dead world where random guns are just spread out throughout the
Left
world?
4 Dead, we're just throwing there, sprinkling
Just
random
yeah.
sitting around.
And it takes like two 9mm shots to kill a zombie.
That's complete. I mean, yeah, that'd be easier. But then it
Hell
also means
no.
there are super zombies.
Yeah, then the,
Also, I feel
the
like
smoker.
I
I'm
really
not
feel
smoking.
like the Last of Us zombies wouldn't. I feel like they wouldn't even take over. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Because they're not like a brain shot. You can just shoot them in the chest and kill them because they're still a human host.
Yeah.
I really feel like the Last of Us zombies we got too many damn guns in America. They just wouldn't make it very far.
Well, if the Last of Us zombies aren't making it, then the Walking Dead zombies definitely aren't.
No, Walking Dead zombies. The
Easy.
only way that happens is if it's like a planned attack where people are putting zombies in population centers on purpose. Because that shit is the easiest shit.
In the universe of The Walking Dead, so the original word for zombie, it doesn't exist. Like the works of the people who created the legend of the zombie, it doesn't exist. So the concept of an undead creature is totally new to them by the time the apocalypse happens. That's the only reason the world got taken over in that universe.
Yeah. Too many people would be too prepared.
Yeah.
That'd be too easy.
Moving on from zombies.
Yeah. First time getting high?
Oh. Y'all want to talk about else? Y'all have funny first time high stories first?
I was just tripping on the couch.
I got very paranoid. I was up at my friend's house. He lived on the second story, right? He had a 2-story, I lived second story. Looked out his window, you could see a charter TV van on the other side of the street. And it was there before we pulled up to his house. It was just there. And after I was sitting there, I'm like, that van's been there for a minute, dog. And he's like, okay. I was like, nah, they know. They know.
They know I'm high over this house across
the FBI wants me.
They know. And he was like, Jerron, calm down. I was like, don't tell me to calm down.
Bro, the first time, so I didn't smoke growing up. I was a good boy. And
relative term.
Then I joined the Marines, so I couldn't smoke because we had drug tests all the time. And so I went sober, other than rampant alcoholism, up till I got out when I was 21. Yeah, I can't remember if I was 21 or 22 when I got out, but what?
Nothing. I like how you slid.
Just rampant alcohol.
I'm gonna slide past that. Anyway, back to your
rampant
first
alcohol.
Not an alcoholic. I was a Marine. Anyways, that's how it works.
Yeah.
We're in California. Legal in California. Obviously not for the Marines there. You can't. You're a federal employee. You can't smoke or anything. So I had been excited to try this California Kush the whole time I was in the Marines, and I ended up getting separated medically for an injury. And the day I got out, I went in the morning to get my papers. I was in uniform, got my papers, released. I'm a civilian. I went and changed in the bathroom, put my camis in a backpack. So I was just wearing my normal clothes. I was all excited. I'm a real boy now. I have human rights again. That's nice to have. And I didn't have a car at the time because I had shipped my motorcycle back home and my car was broke down. So I didn't have a car. So I was like, all right, I'm staying at my buddy's house for a couple days or whatever until my flight home. So we had a new girl at the office. She was brand new. She just arrived on base. And I was like, hey, can you take me out base real quick? She's like, yeah. So I get in her car. And she's like, where are you going? I was like, oh, I'm going to my buddy's apartment. She's like, all right. And I was like, yeah, just off base. Yeah, right here, left, right. All right, and just leave me here. And we're just in front of this fucking building with a giant fucking pot leaf on it. And she's just looking at me. I was like, all right, we'll see ya. Thanks. Good to know ya. Peace. Left that bitch. Bro, it was like a kid walking in a Toys R Us, dude. I entered that dispensary, and first of all, they got a DJ just playing music out there. That shit was sick. I walked in, and it was just walls of weed in various forms. And I was just mind blown. I'd never even done anything before. So I was just looking around like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
It's like when they walked into the chocolate factory.
It was like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, whoa.
There was like a river of weed.
Get back.
So I'm sitting there, military fade still. Fucking military book pack on with all my fucking camis in the back. And I go up to a worker and I'm like, hey, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Like, what we got? So he ended up directing me to these vapes because I mentioned that I vape, whatever. Not that. Anyways, I mentioned that I vape.
Right, you vape. Right, yeah, you
sorry.
vape.
I'm sorry.
It didn't break. It just made a sound.
That shit is sad.
Oh. I said, I'm tired, Mason. I've been working all day. I got too much left in me.
They said I need to clock out. Ain't I supposed to get a break?
That I gotta deal with all day. It's making me lose weight, so I'm happy. But like, damn, it kind of hurts.
Not enough.
Kind of hurts a little bit.
Not enough, goddamn.
All right, fine. Stop. I'll stop eating. Goddamn, I'll starve. That makes you happy.
Well, if you went on a hunger strike, you'd be a solid like 2 months for you're in real danger.
God.
I'm like, he just doubled
You're
back.
talking like you ain't got a fucking paunch on you.
Huh? Well,
Mr. fucking Gatorade commercial every time it's higher than 75 degrees in a room.
Brandon does crime scene investigations at McDonald's. Oh, fuck y'all. I hate all of you. Isaiah's the one that started it. Why do you always go after me?
Listen, because he said I've got 1% body fat. I can't make fun of him.
These other stuff about him. Look at him.
I mean, you can joke about my weight. I'm 170.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
Skinny bitch.
so I got a vape that was 98% THC. Again, I never smoke weed. So I got this vape, and I said, all right, I was at Taco Bell about 2 blocks down. I've heard everyone, ooh, Taco Bell's the best high food. It is. But I was like, all right, so I'm going to get high and walk to Taco Bell while I do it. I had been vaping nicotine for years. Not years, like a year. Because I used to smoke. I used to chain smoke. When I joined the Marines, everyone started smoking. So I switched over to vaping about a year before I got out. So I was used to just puff and vape, like all day, vape niche, whatever. And I walked to this restaurant just puffing on this 98% THC indica vape.
Mm.
And I am just puffing it the whole 2 blocks. I have never smoked before. My tolerance was 0. Nada. None. Indica takes a while to kick in, so I didn't notice. So I go in there and order my food. I all planned out. I was in a KFC famous bowl, like 2 tacos and a quesadilla. Just had it all planned out. It was great. And I go sit down and wait on my order to get ready. They call my name and I stand up. And when I stand up, I take 1 step and just go, boom, and I rock. All right, so the camera died, so we're going to keep the story going.
And Isaiah had to go. He's gone.
Yeah, Isaiah had to go. Anyways, so basically, I started walking, and my legs felt like they were 1,000 pounds apiece. Like, I was just slow motion across the restaurant. And I was struggling. And I was just like, I have to try and maintain some semblance of normal. So it felt like I was in molasses. Like, it really felt like I was walking in slow motion. I probably was. Because I got some weird looks from the workers when I walked up to get my food. They were looking at me funky, and I was just like, I'm nailing this. So I get my food, and the smell, and I go sit down, and I was like, I am well and truly high. Because as I'm about to lay into this, I was just vibing to the music. And it was Jason Derulo going, nobody wanna see us together. And I'm just like, this shit hitting. It's high as fuck. And that, there are no words to describe the godliness of that fucking simple, hard taco. Otherworldly. It was fucking ambrosia of the gods. That shit was delicious.
And you got a taco shirt on.
Oh, let's talk about it, baby. That's so...
That motherfucker. Anyway, that was a great...
And so I get up and have to get an Uber to my buddy's place. So after I Ubered there, he got off work at 5. It's like 9 a.m. My phone died. So I sat outside of his door for like 6 hours. Fucking.
Until he woke up.
Well, until he got off work.
Oh.
I just sat out there for 6 hours just fucking losing it. Just in the hallway like a fucking a trap house.
His neighbors, as he's walking up the stairs, he's like, hey bro, you got a crackhead in front of your fucking
crackhead
door.
sitting out your door the other day.
Like, oh, that's just random. But yeah, W story. That was funny as fuck.
On that note, we're gonna have to end it here for today. It's a little bit shorter one. Hopefully the next time we'll be more organized and we'll get it done.
Yep. See it. Bye. That's a great time to end.